Hey everybody, welcome to the 2024 Playdate Community Awards. I'm Paul Straw.
And I'm Donald Bubbins Fraser.
We both help moderate the Playdate Squad Discord, where thousands of Playdate fans, owners, and developers discuss all things Playdate.
We thank you for joining us today as we celebrate the amazing developers and games that came out in 2024. If you're watching live, we have a new way for you to interact with the show this year with the Clap Along app, created by Bechamel Test, our editor. Thanks, BT.
Folks who sideloaded Clap Along before the show can play mini-games on their Playdate to make fun animations appear during the awards premiere. If you haven't already connected your Clap Along app to pdportal.net, now's the time.
And remember, whenever you see the Clap Along sign, that's your signal to let loose and show your appreciation. Now, let's go over how the Playdate Community Awards work. First, the community votes on all of their favourite games that came out between December 1st, 2023 and November 30th, 2024, and that's across 20 categories.
The community picks were given to our volunteer judging groups: general, presentation, and technical. Each week, judges played through community picks to select 3 equal runners-up and 1 winner for a category. They also contributed to summaries of what they loved about each of their picks.
More information on the winners, nominees, and the process can be found on the Playdate Community Wiki. And of course, after the show, there will be catalogue pages dedicated to the Playdate Community Awards. Links to all of this are in the description below.
We've got a great show for you. We'll be announcing winners for 20 different awards categories, and there's more too. I'm excited to show you the 2024 winner trophies a little bit later.
Those trophies look so good. And we also have some great looking trailers for some upcoming Playdate games. And if you stick around till the end of the show, Narthex will be closing us out with some renditions of our best soundtrack nominees. Now, let's get into the show. That first category is Best Puzzle Game. The nominees are Hexa, easy to learn and tough to master. Hexa is an excellent puzzler with an addictive arcade mode and copious brain ticklers in mission mode. Chasing your next high score is a thrill, and achieving a new personal best is beyond satisfying. Icy Dungeon, one of the best tile-based puzzlers on the Playdate. Every move leaves behind an icy trail, forcing you to think ahead and consider the consequences of each step you take. Juxtagram. It looks deceptively like a notogram puzzler, but Juxtagram breathes new life into the form with a unique hinting system that increases the challenge and creates an ecosystem of strategies and gotchas. Spilled Mushrooms, the platonic ideal of a Playdate brain teaser. Easy to pick up and complex enough to challenge you, and the unlockable cards give you reasons to keep coming back. Spilled Mushrooms is incredibly polished, endlessly replayable, and badger-packed. And the winner for Best Puzzle Game is Spilled Mushrooms! And the nominees for Best Action Game are Angel Pop. Addictive gameplay and a totally unique aesthetic make Angel Pop a real head-turner. The sly narrative and deceptively deep mechanics keep players surprised and delighted until the end. Be Kind to Yourself. Fast-paced action with the heart of a puzzle game, where light-speed thinking is just as important as reflexes. Matching shapes has never felt so fraught with danger, and the multifaceted scoring system makes chasing high scores addictive. Deep Space Dapper Squad. Ship upgrades, branching paths, cool moustaches? Who could ask for anything more? Deep Space Dapper Squad combines a highly polished look with classic shoot-'em-up action, and its varied level types with endless mode add value to an already slick experience. Void Blazers, a beautifully crafted story-driven shoot-'em-up adventure. Join Captain Jin and Echo as they blast through 25 handcrafted missions, fighting against 3 different enemy fleets and shopping at the Boutique Cosmo. And the winner for Best Action Game is Angel Pop! The nominees for Best Adventure Game are Echo, the Oracle's Scroll. A fully featured, no-combat Metroidvania, complete with a huge map, unlockable traversal skills,
a mysterious world, and a deep and satisfying story. Charming from top to bottom, Echo's jumping puzzles and platforming challenges require pinpoint accuracy, but never at the expense of keeping the game welcoming. Terratopia, March of the Demon King. A gorgeous choose-your-own-adventure game with a lot of story and some amazing sprite art that really conveys the personalities and sizes of its various characters. The humour alone is enough to keep you coming back, but a clever framing device ensures that knowledge gained from previous runs fits right into the next one. Under the Castle, a roguelite dungeon crawler with tile-based movement. Under the Castle takes a slow and methodical approach to creating adventure. The ability to bring loot out of the dungeon and store it in the armory to build future runs is an infectious hook that keeps players motivated to push their limits and explore the world as much as possible. Under the Tree. This is the epitome of old-school adventure game feel. A first-person crawl through an ever-changing dungeon, Under the Tree manages to implement crafting, combat, magic, and even a lockpicking mechanic in a way that's totally unique on the Playdate. And the winner for Best Adventure Game is Echo the Oracle Scroll.
Next up, we've got Best Arcade Game. The nominees are Angel Pop. Dynamic difficulty scaling and non-stop score-chasing action make Angel Pop a great arcade experience. Blast your way through a fever dream of hectic action and bizarre visuals, and stick around for the lore. Be Kind to Yourself. Combo-based rhythmic gameplay contained in an ultra-stylish package from the sprites all the way to the title card. Forgiving enough to keep new players coming back, but difficult enough to prompt run after run. Bender 2. A great example of how a single, well-executed mechanic can become totally entrancing. An arcade experience that transcends screens similar to a midway game like a ring toss, or that thing where you try to ring a bell with an oversized hammer. Hexa. Players have likened Hexa to a popular Game Boy block stacking game, or even a Rubik's Cube, but Hexa's appeal goes beyond those similarities. The arcade mode challenges players to develop their own unique strategies to top their personal bests, and becomes more engaging as its mechanics are mastered. Deceptively simple, massively fun. And the winner of Best Arcade Game is Be Kind to Yourself. The nominees for Best Sim/Strategy Game are Mars After Midnight. I've never had to manage an off-world group therapy clinic, but this feels like a pretty accurate simulation of what that would entail. Judges also noted that it's, quote, legitimately charming and, quote, fun as heck. Parents everywhere should appreciate that cleaning up the snacks is a core part of the gameplay loop. Satellite, an excellent tower defense title with a charming narrative woven throughout. Stave off the ever-growing onslaught of assailants in this slick and intuitive TD game. Using the crank to orient your defenses is satisfying and immersive, your chatty robot assistant keeps things light, and the diversity of defensive strategies keeps the game fresh. Spilled Mushrooms, an incredibly well-crafted and highly replayable puzzle. Each round is a bite-sized challenge. Use your limited pool of animals to collect mushrooms as efficiently as possible. With a wide variety of unlockable cards, a challenging daily mode, and optional rewards to aim for in each puzzle, you're sure to keep coming back. 00 Perfect Stop. A loving tribute to the Japanese train sims of yore, 00 offers an incredibly realistic experience on Playdate's 1-bit display. Lush visuals, perfectly tuned use of the crank for brake and throttle, and a robust scoring system make for an exemplary simulation experience. And the winner of Best Sim/Strategy Game is 00 Perfect Stop.
Yoshike Onsen Mae, Teisha.
The nominees for Best Narrative Game are Baito Fight. An extremely charming and intriguing RPG, Baito Fight bases its gameplay on actual time, only letting you experience one game day each real-life day. Slowly uncover the mysteries of this world full of TV demons while just trying to make rent. Echoes of the Emergent. Echoes stands alone as a visual novel published on Catalog. The beautifully crafted graphics make this game feel alive. The sounds in Echoes of the Emergent are expertly crafted and enhance the drama in the story. Even those new to the visual novel genre will likely find enjoyment here. The Heist of the Argonaut Limited. Playing The Heist of the Argonaut Limited feels like sitting down for a lively tabletop RPG with a dungeon master who is great at storytelling and also a huge goofball. It manages to be both serious and lighthearted all at once. The fonts in the game are super evocative and make the text-based gameplay engaging. The sound and graphics in Heist are sprinkled in very intentionally, making for an immersive and thrilling story. Terratopia, March of the Demon King. Terratopia is a clever piece of metafiction where the in-game story and the gameplay mechanics complement each other to reinforce the narrative. Learn from your own mistakes as a player, and use that knowledge to put together the perfect day and slay the Demon King. And the winner of Best Narrative Game is The Heist of the Argonaut Limited. The nominees for Best App or Knickknack are Duck Game. There's not much to this app, but there isn't supposed to be. Control the duck, swim around, meet other ducks, listen to humans talk about their human stuff. Leave the pond and start all over again. Meditative, adorable, and surprisingly poignant. Noblins. It's cute, it's fun, and it's musical. Noblins has wonderful design, funny characters, and infectious loops. Hatching new monsters to put together the perfect ensemble of musical creatures is a seriously good time. Orrery. There's something very satisfying about using the crank to travel through time, seeing where the planets of the solar system were or will be in different customizable views. Another example of a simple idea that fits perfectly with Playdate controls. Playbook. The Playdate as ebook reader concept sounds strange, but it really does work. Adding books to the library is easy, settings are plentiful, scrolling is smooth and enjoyable. Playbook does one thing, and it does it really well. And the winner of Best App or Knickknack is Playbook. Welcome to my office. When I agreed to help put this event together, it was really important to me that the winners got something special. I'm excited to show you what I came up with, so I hope you enjoy this quick montage of me making the 2024 Playdate Community Awards. So here's what the awards look like, just raw from the factory. It kind of looks like cast, basically, but this is using selective laser melting.
Hello, I'm Cable, and you're watching the Playdate Community Awards, and I'm here for a cameo. Thank you so much for being a part of this incredible event, and thanks and congratulations to everybody that's made an incredible thing that's being celebrated here today. If you can believe it, it has been almost 3 years of Playdate in the world, which is mind-boggling to me. And as always, we couldn't do any of this if it weren't for you. If you didn't love the system and tell your friends about it and support catalog games and find cool things on itch and make great things for the system, you are why we keep going. So thank you a million times over for everything. 3 years. I think this one's gonna be pretty great. We've got, let's see, season 2 coming up, which is going to be extremely exciting. We've got networking stuff coming into the SDK, which I can't even imagine what people are going to do with that. We've got a great OS launcher update in the works. There's this like Blippo Plus thing. I'm not even sure what that is, to be honest. And we have a couple surprises in the works. You know, if the manufacturing gods smile on us, everything's always so complicated, but we're trying our best. So 2025, I think, is going to be sweet. And it's just really genuinely heartwarming that we can be here today and continue to celebrate both this console, but really the people that make the console special. So that's just what I wanted to say. And hopefully we get a chance to see you somehow this year and build our community and make it even stronger and connect with each other, which is really what I'm hoping for from 2025. So anyways, I've said enough. Lovely to see you all, and thank you for being here, and enjoy the show.
Thanks, Cable. It feels great to have you join us on this show every year. I hope everybody's enjoying themselves. Remember, if you have any questions about the show, there are links in the description to the wiki page that should explain everything you might want to know. Now, on to the next award.
Best Soundtrack. The nominees are Angel Pop, a visceral mixed media soundtrack that elegantly matches Angel Pop's visual style. This dynamic soundtrack shines in its heart-pounding moments throughout the game. Mars After Midnight, a thumping selection of songs that are full of personality. It's carried by great production, resulting in a soundtrack that feels both refreshing and old school. Spilled Mushrooms. Varied and vibrant, Spilled Mushrooms soundtrack has plenty of catchy songs that you'll be humming long after you put your Playdate to sleep. Teartopia, March of the Demon King. A breath of charm, character and emotion is audible throughout Teartopia's gorgeous soundtrack. It sets a high bar for music made entirely in Pulp. And the winner of Best Soundtrack is Teartopia, March of the Demon King. The nominees for Best Sound Design are Echo, the Oracle's Scroll. Echo's world is brought to life with its sound design. A breathing world, bursting with characters, speak to your inner child, reminding you why you love games. Mars After Midnight. With its profound attention to detail, wonderful alien language system, as well as its fantastic creative sound design, Mars After Midnight brings a fantastically unique sci-fi twist to the mundane life of working class citizens. Spilled Mushrooms. From launch all the way to the moment you complete your first mushroom delivery, Spilled Mushrooms' sound design sparkles with charm. Its varied, satisfying sound effects for each animal really help keep the puzzles feeling fresh every time. 00 Perfect Stop. A labour of love and sound design, 00's excellent mixing and effects really immerse the player. The engine running, the air breezing, the announcer's soothing voice, all make you feel like you're on a train taking in the Japanese scenery. And the winner of Best Sound Design is Mars After Midnight.
Now, if you wanted to make a Playdate game, there's two main ways to do it. You could use Pulp, which is an accessible development environment on the web.
Or you can use the full SDK, or software development kit. Devs make great experiences with both of these tools, so we wanted to give both of them their time to shine.
Now, onto our first Pulp-specific award.
Outstanding visual achievement in a Pulp game. The nominees are Along Came a Spider, Valley of the Hollow. With its beautiful environments, great character designs, and a multi-tile sprite for the main character, you might just forget you're playing a Pulp game. Initial Daydream. A charming puzzle game with lots of little details, like the title cards for dungeons. Initial Daydream also has many varied indoor and outdoor locations that show the heart and effort put in. Teartopia, March of the Demon King. Teartopia's art design brilliantly leans into the style of gamebooks. From environments to character designs, Terratopia truly harkens back to retro greatness. Touch Egg. For being only a single-screen game, Touch Egg's animations and art deliver a uniquely unsettling atmosphere, even in a single play session. And the winner of Outstanding Visual Achievement in a Pulp game is Along Came a Spider, Valley of the Hollow. And now, the nominees for Outstanding Visual Achievement in an SDK game. Angel Pop. This bullet hell carves its own path with a brilliant blend of bold art styles. Even during its most chaotic moments, Angel Pop remains readable and endlessly charming. Mars After Midnight. With wiggly fonts, wobbly tentacles, and wondrous monster generation, Mars After Midnight tickles the eyeballs in every moment. The pixelated alien designs, pseudo 3D door slot, and imaginative cityscapes all come together to create a feast for the eyes. Under the Castle. In the spirit of retro dungeon crawlers, Under the Castle has a beautifully realised world. Its finely detailed pixel art characters and environments take full advantage of the Playdate screen. 00 Perfect Stop. Smart UI, crisp visuals, and some of the most beautiful scenery on any Playdate game. It's easy to get lost in trips across Japan. Just don't miss your stop. And the winner of Outstanding Achievement in an SDK game is Mars After Midnight.
Launching an app and watching the menu card morph as it starts is one of those delightfully Playdate moments. Our next category is Best Launch Experience. The nominees are Be Kind to Yourself. Stamp by stamp, Be Kind to Yourself unfolds into an engaging launch every time. Echoes of the Emergent. Chilling and atmospheric, the Echoes of the Emergent launch sequence draws the player right into its world. Spilled Mushrooms. Delightful and dynamic, get ready to spill some mushrooms over and over again. What the Crow? This game stands out from the crowd with its playful, mischievous crow. And the winner of Best Launch Experience is Spilled Mushrooms. Now it's time for Best Playdate Game Trailer. This award is a bit different. 4 trailers and a winner were chosen by former Playdate Community Awards host and friend of the community, Tiny Yellow Machine. Thanks for your help, Andrew. And the nominees for Best Playdate Game Trailer are Comet, Crank It, Cranky Dog, Office Chair Curling. And the winner of Best Playdate Game Trailer is Cranky Dog.
There is a small English village that goes by the name of Upton Snodsbury. This rural hamlet hides a secret so strange and peculiar that few believe it even possible. A tree grows there that every spring buds with small, unusually shaped flowers. The bees do their work, and once pollination is achieved, there grow not apples or any other normal fruiting body, but dogs.
Thanks again to Tiny Yellow Machine for selecting those top Playdate trailers from 2024. Now, we're excited to debut some new trailers for upcoming games.
Yeah, that's right. This year for the show, we decided to do things a little bit differently, and we reached out to developers who had really active development logs on the Playdate Squad Discord. Let's watch.
Super Splash League.
Thank you to everybody who put a trailer together for the show today. There are just so many great games coming out for the Playdate, and lots of that activity happens on the Playdate Squad Discord. So please, I encourage you to join and follow along with the progress. There are links in the description below.
That brings us to most anticipated game. Unlike many of the others, this award was selected by community popular vote. And the nominees are Comet, Devils on the Moon Pinball, Midnight Raider, Owlet's Embrace. And the winner of most anticipated game as selected by the community is Comet. Congratulations, Gov, well earned, and I'm clearly not alone in saying I can't wait to see Comet on the small screen.
Oh, thank you so much to everybody who voted. On behalf of everybody in the team, Drew and Will, Maria and Kareel and Jan, we thank you all for your patience, and we can't wait to have Comet in your hands. Now to our next award, Accomplishment in Accessibility.
And the nominees are Be Kind to Yourself. Be Kind to Yourself offers an impressive array of ways to make the game more comfortable for players of all stripes. Dynamic difficulty, different orientation options, configurable controls. These are just some of the ways to make sure everybody's having a great time. First in line? Well, First in Line makes use of pretty much every input on the Playdate. It gives players the option to use only the inputs they're comfortable with, and it does so without sacrificing difficulty. Hexa. Multiple control schemes gives Hexa an accessible entry point, and the screen effects such as flashing and shaking are dynamically enabled by the system's reduce flashing setting. And players can choose between 1:1 and 2:1 rotation speeds. Off-Planet Dreams. Clever options change how players engage with puzzles without disrupting the game, maintaining the core and challenge of gameplay while accommodating users who can't, or don't want to, engage in the memory aspect of invisible levels. And the winner of Accomplishment in Accessibility is Be Kind to Yourself.
Now it's time for the Cranky Award, also known as Outstanding Use of Crank. The nominees are Mars After Midnight. It's a ton of fun to sweep up crumbs and be a Playdate bouncer with the cranky door flap. These minigames serve as a great way to pace the more button-based parts of Mars After Midnight. Rhoda. Eschewing the obvious dial controls in favor of a unique trapeze control scheme, where the tempo of the rotation and when you stop cranking translate to your character's trajectory and velocity. It feels great, and it's the type of game that really reinforces what a cool and original piece of hardware Playdate is. Totally safe jump enhancement system. There are only so many ways 3D platforming could happen on Playdate. Analog control of the player perspective is tricky to get just right, but totally safe jump enhancement system pulls it off. It's not too sensitive or too slow, just right. 0-0, perfect stop. It's surprising 0-0 is the first Playdate game to use the crank for a train throttle and brake. The controls feel natural right away, but nailing a perfect stop still feels like a major triumph. And the winner of the Cranky Award is 0-0, perfect stop.
We're reaching the end of the awards, with only 4 left to announce. Now, the nominees for Outstanding Technical Achievement in a Pulp Game are Along Came a Spider, Valley of the Hollow. Large art assets, animated cutscenes, multiple boss fights, and a complex save system with multiple save slots pushes Pulp to its limits.
Delved, a thoroughly polished action experience, Delved showcases impressive tile-based platforming with moving hazards and a nice collection of extra mechanics throughout.
Off-Planet Dreams, with smooth subtile platforming and a paint mode that permanently reveals the level geometry as you touch it, Off-Planet Dreams ventures remarkably outside Pulp's wheelhouse.
Touch Egg. Don't be fooled by the title. Yes, Touch Egg has strong egg-touching tech, but it also deftly choreographs a large set of giant multi-tile art elements to create its striking visual style. And the winner of Outstanding Technical Achievement in a Pulp Game is Along Came a Spider, Valley of the Hollow. The nominees for Outstanding Technical Achievement in an SDK game are Angel Pop, a powerhouse which frankly couldn't exist without an immense level of optimization. Angel Pop stuns with relentless, buttery smooth shoot-'em-up chaos. Every trick in the book is utilized to simulate and draw a tremendous number of entities with all number of wacky real-time effects.
Mars After Midnight. On top of many procedurally generated aliens, Mars After Midnight also invites you in with real-time rendered, wiggly vector fonts and scientifically accurate synthesized Martian speech.
Totally safe jump enhancement system. A clean implementation of real-time 3D platforms mixed with the smart usage of pre-rendered character art make jump enhancement system a great example of a dev picking the right tech for their game.
0-0, perfect stop. It might sound hard to make use of video of an environment in a real-time game, but since this game is about conducting a train, it's actually a perfect fit for a perfect stop. Check out the game's devlog to read up on the impressive tools that were created for authoring train routes. And the winner for Outstanding Technical Achievement in an SDK game is Angel Pop.
The time has come to announce our 2 Game of the Year awards. The first is the 2024 Pulp Game of the Year. As somebody whose game started in Pulp, I love seeing the creativity and the dedication our community puts into the Pulp format. On to our nominations.
We're proud to announce nominees for the 2024 Pulp Game of the Year, and they are Baito Fight. Quirky and surprisingly deep, Baito Fight is an RPG that takes the daily game concept to strange new worlds in an adventure that occupies about 2 weeks worth of daily play sessions. We also loved how the crank was used in combat.
Off-Planet Dreams, a fast-paced platformer which is rare in the world of Pulp. Most importantly, Off-Planet Dreams is polished and fun to play. Tons of options allow the player to tune the difficulty to their desired level.
Terratopia March of the Demon King. Terratopia is a beautiful game with tons of graphical elements that complement the text-based gameplay. The in-universe approach to trying to get the story right is quite a nice way of making the game loop feel natural.
Touch Egg. Touch Egg is a quintessential, quirky Playdate hit. A silly little title that does exactly what it says on the tin with a bizarre sense of humor and no shortage of charm. And the 2024 Pulp Game of the Year is Off Planet Dreams. And finally, the 2024 Playdate Game of the Year. Compared to Pulp, the sky's the limit here, assuming it's a 1-bit sky under 16 megabytes. Which game rose to the top in the eyes of our judges? The nominees for 2024 Playdate Game of the Year are Be Kind to Yourself. A crossover between at least 3 different genres, Be Kind to Yourself provides ample challenge to the player in rhythm, shooting, and precise puzzling. You have the option to play at your own pace, controlling the speed of the game by making or breaking your combo chain.
Echo, the Oracle Scroll. This phenomenal, combat-free Metroidvania brings a relaxing sense of exploration and discovery, unmatched on the Playdate. With its precise platforming controls and sprawling world, Echo delivers an immense amount of content in the form of puzzles, unlocks, and secrets.
Mars After Midnight. Mars After Midnight has a quirky charm that appeals to players of all ages. The Mars After Midnight universe contains myriad cultural elements which create a unique and remarkable experience. From the fictional languages to the region-specific alien snacks, Mars After Midnight is brimming with alluring distinction.
Spilled Mushrooms. Spilled Mushrooms draws the player in with its quirky, distinctive style, then keeps them around with a satisfying puzzle system. You'll be a fan right away, but your victories will be hard-fought.
And the 2024 Playdate Game of the Year is Echo, the Oracle's Scroll.
And that brings us to the end of the show. Huge congratulations to all of the winners and nominees today. Well deserved. Stick around to the post show because Narthex will be playing music from our best soundtrack nominees.
2024 was a great year for the system, and I, for one, couldn't be more thrilled about the future of Playdate. We've got official wireless networking coming in 2.7 to make PD Portal obsolete for things like Clap Along, lots more incredible 3D games in the works, and of course, a vibrant community.
The only reason the Playdate community is as awesome as it is because you're a part of it. Across the screen right now, you'll see all of the Playdate community heroes who were voted for in this year's awards. But honestly, everybody who turns up and has a great attitude and is making awesome stuff, you make the community amazing.
Thanks to all the community members who worked to make this event possible. BT for putting together this great video on the Clap Along app, Nexus Necromancer for the lovely soundtrack, 8-Bit Bear for tireless work maintaining the community wiki, Cassini22 for this year's great Playdate mascot rendition, Crabberay for putting together catalog category images, and Ray for the original award artwork. To our volunteer judges, I personally appreciated how prompt and self-organizing you were. Thank you very much.
And one final tremendous thank you to Panic. Thank you for making the Playdate. Thank you for supporting the Playdate platform and supporting the community. We love having you around the Squad Discord. And thank you for financially supporting this year's show to make it so special.
All right, folks, thanks so much for watching the Playdate Community Awards 2024. Please clap along one last time for Narthex.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Narthex, or tonight, Playthex. Congratulations to all the nominees and winners tonight, and especially congratulations to all the lovely folks who made the incredible soundtracks that have these incredible tunes. Thank you, everybody, for being the ding-dang best. Thanks for being the best video game community that I've ever seen. You guys are just the absolute best. Keep making awesome stuff. Keep making awesome music. Keep being awesome people. I love it here. I love you guys. Thank you to the community for letting me be a part of this. You guys are the best. Thanks again.